Hello all and welcome. I'm the MGTOW philosopher, and in this video I would like to talk about an article that was released in The Guardian, the most feminist rag on the planet. It's such a feminist rag that is probably used as stuffing for tampons. And this article is entitled, "Why Are Older Men Looking at Women Half Their Age?" Oh my God. It's disheartening that men in their 50s seem so focused on looks. Oh yeah, really? By the way, all men are focused on looks. And by the way, what is a woman in her 50s doing single anyway? All she had to do was be marginally thin, marginally attractive, and be halfway decent in bed with all the land whales roaming around out there. The choices that a man has are highly limited, so if you're not a pig and you're halfway decent in bed, you can get a man and get married. Oh, but you couldn't keep that man. So now you're divorced once, twice, thrice in your 50s, and you're looking for a new guy, and you think that a guy in his 50s is going to be a huge sucker, and he's going to get remarried to a 50-year-old broad when he knows that women care about money, not looks. Oh, yeah, he's going to get with a 50-year-old broad if he's 50. I don't think so. Anyway, let's get to the meat of this article, shall we? And see the ignorance that is displayed by the writer, who is obviously a dumb old feminist. So the article begins, "There seems to be a gender imbalance vis-a-vis the packaging thing." And what does that mean exactly? That there shouldn't be such a thing as gender imbalances, meaning inequality because men and women are what? The same in the things they want and need? Oh, yeah, more egalitarian feminist bullshit. All the women I know are tolerant of middle age showing itself in a chat. That's because they're not men. They're not visual creatures. They care about security. They care about resources. They care about money. Not so much about how he looks. While men care about appearances because they're most concerned about fertility and her ability to have a child. He can have a child at any age. She cannot. We quite like a late flower and, in fact, the silvering, the smile lines. That's because those guys have money. That's why you quite like that. Because the older a guy is, the more money he has, honey. The coming of bodily sturdiness. I love how she's tried to paint this romantic picture of old guys. We're mostly fat, okay, and not so great looking, all right? But what we do have is money. Yeah, but she's trying to paint us in some wonderful light so that men will be more inclined or feel guilty about not painting women in such a positive light as well who are older. Oh, God. We read these as signs that life has been lived and enjoyed. Who, women? You don't read anything that way. You care if he has money or not. Jesus Christ, you don't give a crap. You don't give a crap how he looks. If he looks good, that's a bonus, of course. But you don't give a crap. If he has money, you do not care if he looks good or not. You'd prefer it, but it's not necessary. We read them as indicators of substance, of being substantial in general. Men don't seem to grant us the same courtesy. Oh, it's not courtesy, you dumb broad. It's biology. It's called evolution. At least not the men I meet online. Meet online? Honey, men are online are looking to bang. They're not looking for Mrs. Right. They're looking for Mrs. Right now. They're highly focused on the packaging. It's disheartening. Yes, it's so disheartening that I can't get a man to accept my big fat ass. I'll accept his big fat ass, but he won't accept mine. Yeah, honey, at your age, you need to be willing to accept anything and everything. You are beyond even a cougar, okay? You couldn't qualify as a cougar, you big fat ass, okay? So now you're trying to get some older guy with money. And it's just so disheartening. They don't want you. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why they wouldn't want you. Gee, I mean, they can get ladies half your age. What are they thinking? They can get a 25-year-old, but they should, I mean, geez Louise, yeah, what are these guys thinking? Idiots. Yeah, they can get a 25-year-old, but they can have you instead. Ooh, boy, I'm going to pass up a young hot broad for you. I bet you were gorgeous when you were young, I was told recently via message. Like that was supposed to be a compliment. Well, yeah. Yes, I was gorgeous-ish. Of course you were for a while, and self-absorbed and shallow and inexperienced. Oh, I see! So she's trying to conflate, essentially, her when she was young with older guys. Say the older guys who want younger women are immature, they're shallow, they're self-absorbed. And me, an enlightened female, I don't want that. I'm enlightened and experienced, and I'm not self-absorbed or shallow, so I want a man of substance. By the way, how much money do you make? You're right, mate. You'd much have preferred me then. I'd have preferred you then if you were hot. You're goddamn right, because I'm not looking for substance, okay? I'm looking for a tight ass and no saddlebag gut. I've been thinking about this a lot. What does it mean to us as women? It's very interesting. This article was all about men. The title was about men. Why do men want women who are half their age? But the entire article is about women. This entire article is about essentially glorifying women and how enlightened they are because they don't care about looks. But nobody ever said you cared about looks, okay? Men and women are not equal, okay? They're not the same. By the way, people out there who are stupid and don't know this, all equal means is two things are the same or they're different, okay? Being generally or specifically. Men and women, generally speaking, are different. We don't care about how much money you make, and you don't care about how we look. So already, this trying to compare men to women article is so stupid. Stupid! No man I know has ever been told that his powers as a lawyer's charm have faded. Right, and as a dumb feminist, you don't grasp that that's because he's different and you as a woman don't care about how he looks. You can't accept that, can you? That doesn't even enter your pea brain because you've been taught your whole life in egalitarianism that men and women are the same and they want the same things, and you've been taught to be like a man. You want to be like a man. Oh, God. And then he has to face up to that redundancy. Right. So this is just more of women envying men. This is where this man hatred comes from, that in their minds we somehow have a better deal than they do, that we get older and that we're not objectified physically the way they are. But when they get older, that physical objectification extends to the point where, men don't want them anymore because of their looks. But women still want them. That's not right. We need to change society and society's views so that nobody wants older men either. Or, actually, what we really want is for people to want older women too. Right? You just have to be just like men. You have to be just like men. Many women I know in their 50s talk about the invisibility in public places. It's because you're fucking 20 years or more past the wall, bitch. I'm sure a case could be made for invisibility as a liberating force in a woman's life. That's right. You don't need a man. You need a man like a fucking fish needs a bicycle. So what the fuck do you care, bitch? You're a feminist. You don't need a man. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. But I am not the woman to make it. Not this week at least. When I've been dissed or else flatly ignored by all the men I said hello to. When are women saying hello to men, huh? When are women actually making the effort to approach a man and actually drum up a conversation, flirt with him? It doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But of course now that your hotness is faded, you resent having to approach men and actually make an effort, don't you? Oh, I've been dissed. You've been dissed, have you? Oh, poor you. Learn to deal with it, honey. Men are dissed their whole friggin' lives. We're tougher than you. We're stronger than you. You are not equal to me. At all. She goes on to say, it's making me a bit rebellious. A bit rebellious. What are you, 10? No, you're 50 plus. You don't get to be rebellious, honey. You're too old. You don't have that luxury. You can't pout your lips and stomp your little feet and get whatever you want, okay? Being rebellious at your age, guess what it gets you? A house full of fucking cats and a shitty smelling house because all them fucking litter boxes. That's what it gets you, honey. The inside of your house smells like cat shit and piss. It's making me a bit rebellious, I admit. It's making me want to look 50. Good, go ahead, look 50. You'll be even more alone. You're doing our job for us. And talk about 50 and stand firm with a whole movement of women rejecting the pressure to try to look 35 forever. What do we care? We're not interested in you. It's hilarious. She's talking like she has some kind of leverage. You have no leverage, honey. You are 50 plus. You are not 30. You are not 20. You have no leverage. Your pussy power is expired. Your pussy power card is out of date. Ay. Throwing away our foundation garments and hair dye. Go ahead. Walk around with silver hair and no makeup. See where that gets you. It'll get you about as far as you get now. I get these impulses when I buy another stupid snake oil anti-aging cream. And yet, you don't stop buying those snake oil anti-aging creams, do you? Because you need man. You need man like a crack addict needs crack cocaine. Hey, honey? It's true that men don't see me anymore. I love it. These bitches, she said she was hot. She was attractive. She was a real good-looking woman when she was younger. Yeah, now, the men ignore her. But I bet you when she was 20, 25, even 30 years old, she was ignoring those men, turning her nose up at them. Ew, who are you? Who are you to think you could go out with me? I'm too attractive for you, you ugly little slob. You look at you, you fat little bald motherfucker. Oh, I'm not going out with you. I have a rich man who's a banker. Oh, he treats me so well. I don't want anything to do with you. Get away from me, you scum. Yeah, of course, now she wishes she could get those guys, but now those guys are getting 25-year-olds and they have no interest in you. Cunt. It's sobering to walk down the street observing how the 50-year-old men behave. Oh, you want the 50-year-old men down now, do you? Right, because they've got the money, baby. They got the money. They got the resources. They know how to jack that fucking hammer. They got the skills, baby. They got the experience, all right, to turn your engine over, honey. And that's what you want, but you can't get it, can you? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Paying attention to what they're looking at as they stroll along. Oh, listen to her. How bitter and angry she is. She's actually paying attention to what older guys her age are looking at, and that they're not looking at her. She's so bitter and angry, she's actually monitoring where men are looking in relation to her, and they're not looking at her. And she's so angry. They're not looking at her. They're looking at younger women. They're not looking at shop windows. They're not looking at me. Ooh, I'm so angry. They're looking at women half their age. And you know what? They can get those women too because they got money. I spoke to my friend Jack about this. Yeah, you might want to speak to a guy because you clearly lack understanding of how men think. Men online are the same, I told him. They say they're after true love, but what they want, they're after 25-year-olds. Maybe they think they can have both, Jack said. Well, they don't want you anyway. What are you talking about, both? Jack must be some kind of pussy feminist. Hey, Jack, and you know it, and you too, you want the 25-year-olds. You don't want the old broads. You're not like that, though, are you? Given a choice, you'd pick the older, more interesting woman, the passionate, well-read, intrepid, low-maintenance woman. Low maintenance? You know what that means if it's low maintenance? That there's nothing there worth maintaining. That everything that was worth maintaining is gone. What the fuck would I want with a low maintenance broad, huh? Get out of here. Of course, Jack replies, nice of you to think so, Jack said, but I'd go for the firm ass and tits always, without question. And of course, I express my mild disgust because, of course, I'm an egalitarian feminist, and I'm probably an intersectional feminist, too, because I grew up with hippie fucking parents, and I'm a moron, and I'm a woman to boot. So I think that men and women should all like the same things for the same reasons. You just have to face facts, he said. Men are extremely visual creatures. We respond visually, and we can't help it. Right, because we have different wants, we have different biological imperatives. Well, he could probably help it. We probably could help it, Jack says, but we don't want to. So Tim and Jack was being honest with her, but she's like, no, that's not right. I know the feminism is powerful because feminism has given me a superior role in society, and I am the bomb now, and I rule everything. So now I'm going to use social engineering to further engineer things so that men like different things. They don't care about visual things anymore, and they're going to want an old dried-up bag like me. Online dating is giving these idiots the impression that they can snag a honey. Hey, honey? They can snag a honey, and you ain't a honey. Most of them have no chance, of course. Who says who? You? I, as an older guy, get broads half my age, so you don't know what you're talking about. Now, I know who I don't want. I don't want you. Don't you look at the 25-year-old man in the street? I don't, honestly, of course not. Because you're not cued to visual cues. You're not cued to things that indicate fertility, okay, and physical health that contribute to fertility because your biological imperatives, your evolutionary process has created you for different purposes. So, of course, you are looking for different things. But, of course, you believe feminism is real, right? So you can shoehorn in your actual ideology and your beliefs and change that. You can change what men and women want. Yeah, with about 1 million years. With about 1 million years of social engineering, focused social engineering, you could maybe do it. Otherwise, no chance. I don't honestly. They have mothers of my age, so it'd be like randomly pursuing the children of your friends. There's something inherently unsexy about that whole setup for you, but not for us, because we look for different things. Sexy as hell. What? Where'd that come from? It's the 55-year-old, slightly rumpled silver foxes that I stare at. The tall, well-traveled, well-used ones, but they don't see me. Because they're not interested in you. Because when they were younger, your ugly ass was wanting the guys that had the money and the power, and you still want that. That's all you've ever wanted. Age is irrelevant. Perhaps you should wear brighter clothes, he says. Yeah, wear reds and shit. And you better get a girdle, too, to ratchet in that gut of yours. That might help. I look down at myself. I like navy blue. What's wrong with navy blue? Yeah, I'm sure it's the color of her clothes that are making men not want to look at her. This guy Jack is way too nice. Jack goes on to say, these are just the facts. He should have been a lot more honest with her. I would have torn this chick apart. Men like youth. They like long hair. Yeah, she probably has short hair. There's another problem with women. They get lazy as they get older and they chop off all their hair and, of course, get fat. They like color. They like slender. Well, that means she's a blob. Sorry. You're going to have to lose weight and grow your hair and wear red if you want the silver foxes to see you. Well, okay, now he's being real honest. Good for you, Jack. Of course, she didn't listen. She's living in this solipsistic world of her own creation in her own head, and she has to imprint that on the world and make that reality. No, she can't live in reality. No. She has to socially engineer reality to fit her wants and needs. The question is, should I be prepared to change? Of course, women just say this. They just, it's just like, yes, I'm wondering, should I change? And they never change. Women don't change. They're too lacking in a reflective ability to change. And they're too lazy as well. It takes a lot of work to change who you are. They just can't be bothered. Right. And at this age, 55 years old, bitch, you ain't changing nothing. You are fully cooked. You better learn to live with being alone. Get yourself some dogs. Get yourself some more cats, because I'm sure you already have cats. Maybe get a squirrel. I see all these fucking videos all over YouTube and shit with these people, these women owning squirrels and ravens, all these other weird exotic animals. Just fill your house up like a fucking Sioux. Become the female Steve Irwin or some shit. I don't know. And then maybe you won't be so lonely. So let me know what you thought of this dumb broad in her total lack of awareness and understanding of how men's minds work. So please like and subscribe and donate to my Patreon if you're so inclined. You'll find a link in the last 20 seconds of this video as well as in my descriptions for this video. I am the MGTOW philosopher and I wish you a good day. Take care.